Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Napoleon, designed by Ted Raicer, produced by GMT Games. We're going to be picking this up. This is part 2. In 1796. And I think we're just going to play another year or two on this and try it out and see how it goes for you guys out there. If you're interested in this one, of course, you can check out the GMT Games webpage to find out more information. Hopefully you P500 this so you can get it at a nice discounted rate. Check out their other P500 games. And yeah, so far we've gone through 1793, 94, and 95. We've had one conflict that we've had to resolve, which was not a good one. We were victorious. Unfortunately, it lowered our glory. We currently have 2 glory points. We have 9 political points. And we are about ready to get started for 1796. Like I said, we'll probably do a couple more years in this playthrough, see how it goes. I'm not going to probably play this from start to finish, as I want to try to get other things on the channel as well. So this is kind of a overview for you guys to kind of show you how the game's going to play. We're not going to spoil too much. We're not going to get too far into the game, but there's 3 different errors: Commander error, First Council error, Emperor, and there's a lot of cards, a lot of things to do for you guys out there. So let's get things set up. And see how it goes. Alright, we do have some commanders. We have Lannes, we have Desans, and we have Murat. We have a couple of our treaties, the treaties of Bissell, the Treaty of Campo Formio, and we do have Prussia currently on neutral. Everybody else is hostile. We do have a nice big deck again. We're going to be just setting the cards over here out of the way for now. We do have a nice... We just added all the cards from 1796. Plus, last year we got the cards from... let's see, we got the cards from 1796 in our deck. We got the cards from card 29. And then we got our cards from the CMD, which is the Commander. And these are all the cards that have currently been played and out of the game. Most cards, when you play them, are out of the game permanently. So, alright, so I just wanted to make sure this is nice and shuffled since we added all of those new cards in. Are we ready? We do got our Napoleon luck back. And... is that everything? I think it is. I think we're ready to go. Alright, this has been pretty shuffled up. Alright, again, I'm just going to keep those cards here. Normally you would put them down right underneath where my picture is, but we don't have space for that nonsense. So, here we go. So, the year card deck phase, we basically did that at the end of last episode where we took out all... that's not true. Did we take out the deck cards? There are quite a few cards that if they're not played in 1796, they will be removed. So we'll probably have a lot of cards to deal with then, but nothing else is going to actually be removed at this point. I think everything else is playable. We do have this card here, which I was looking at as well. This is the Minister of Police. It was added during 1796. I may spend 1 administrative point to flip this card during the existing card play. So we can flip this card over and get Joseph Fawcett. It's going to give us -2 glory, but +1 political points. Alright, so that's interesting. We do have our Talleyrand card there as well. We've got a few cards down here for our strategy and tactics. And one card off camera that you cannot see in the potential campaigns is the Syrian campaign. If Egypt and Syria come out, we'll probably be looking at that card. And I think we've shuffled up very well. We do have General Bonaparte now, which is giving us 2 administration points. And we are good to go. Let's go. So card action phase. Card number 1 is Batherier, Chief of Staff. When revealed, must place in the Chief of Staff to gain +2A. That sounds good. So he's going to give us +2A every year. We do have a +2A token. We'll put it on there to remind us. So now we're going to get 4A. So that's cool. That's a good draw. Card number 2 is Rosetta Stone campaign modifier for Egypt and Syria. When revealed, must place in the campaign modifier box. And then we will discard without effect unless the Syrian campaign just resolves. So we got 2 cards now that are going to deal with the Syrian campaign. It'll be interesting to see if we get that one to come out as our second card. Third card, Under Arrest. Immediate effect when revealed. If Escape, which is card number 17, is in play, may remove both cards from play so that this card has no effect. We don't have card number 17, Escape. Otherwise, you got to roll a die, 1 or less. You are executed by either Robespierre or the Directory, and the game ends. If we have a 2 or 3, if Robespierre's Fall, card 29, has not been played, you are executed by Robespierre and the game ends. Otherwise, no effect. And then 4 or more is just no effect. So we have a chance of becoming a very short game here. So we do have a few cards. Augustin Robespierre, which we did have, but he's out of the game now. And the Supper at Brocra? No. Brocane may provide die roll modifiers to this roll if it's in play. So, let's roll the die. Again, this die did not come in the game. This is my own special die because I think the color scheme matches the colors, both of the blue and the green, much better than the die that actually came in the game. Alright, so let's roll. We do not have Augustin Robespierre, and we don't have the Supper at Bracon out. So it's just going to be a straight up die roll. We roll 1, we are going to be dead. We rolled a 5, so 4 or more is no effect. So this card is just going to be Discarded for no effect. Fortunately for us, that was card number 3. Card number 4 is Josephine's Infidelity. Immediate effect when revealed. If Josephine de Belhamas, card 60, is in play, we lose 5 glory and remove this card from play. Otherwise, discard with no effect. Discard with no effect. So Josephine is out there somewhere, but right now, doesn't affect us. Card number 5. Corsica Expedition. When revealed, roll the die and remove this card from play with no effect on a result of 1 to 6. Otherwise, you must immediately resolve an expedition. Roll the die. So roll a die and remove this card. If we roll a 1 to 6, it'll have no effect. That is a 10, so that did not happen. Otherwise, immediately resolve an expedition. So let's take a look at expedition really quickly because I want to make sure we're doing this right. Dun, 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 dun. Expedition. There's campaigns. What we're looking for is expedition. Mm-hmm. Obviously a lot on campaigns. I was looking for the part on expeditions. Thought it'd be in the same section, but it doesn't seem to be. Okay, well. So we have to execute an expedition. So basically, this is a campaign where Napoleon doesn't do anything. He sends his leaders out to go do something. Let's see if there's any information on this. This is the campaign battle map button. Okay, that is just for a campaign. Eddie's going to drive me crazy into... Okay, expedition is a lesser military action or the ongoing war in Spain. After Napoleon becomes first consul, but never takes part personally in an expedition, but assigns independent commanders to the task. Expeditions result in either success or failure. Yeah, I'm just looking for, I understand that. I'm just trying to find, I think you can only assign one commander to an expedition. Here's expeditions right here. All right. When an expedition card is drawn, you resolve it immediately. When resolving expeditions, the player may assign independent commanders, as noted on the expedition card, paying the associate cost for each 1C. Up to 2 IC may be assigned, unless otherwise noted on the expedition card itself. So for success, we give 5 glory and 1 political points. No other cards, such as tactics, strategy, and tactics, may be used. Total up all modifiers on a single die roll modifier and resolve the main text on the expedition card to achieve the results of the expedition and then apply the effect of the results. IC may only use die roll modifiers that can be applied to the first combat round. After expeditions resolve, return independent commander cards to the commander's box face down. They may not be used again for the remainder of the year. Even though they share the term expedition, the Spanish Ulcer expedition are resolved during the campaign resolution phase. Okay, so the last thing we just need to double check is independent commanders 9.1 and see what that's all about. Alright. Okay, so that's just basically the overview on assigning commanders. Alright, so let's look at our commanders here. We have Marat, which will give us, we lose 2 glory to use him, or 1 administration if King of Naples. Well, nope. We have Gisantix, which gives us +1 die roll modifier, or +3 in the second round, but again, because it's an expedition, you only do 1 round. Lanez, +1 die roll modifier, or +2 die roll modifier in the first combat round, then remove this guy from play. Failure, we lose 5 glory and lose a political point. 6 or more is a success. Alright, I guess we're going to use Desantix. It's going to cost us 1A. So we'll move that down. And you're going to give us a +1 die roll modifier. Alright, and then it goes back face down. This is simply going to be a die roll to pass or fail, basically. We're getting +1 to our die roll. We need a 6 or more, so 5 or more will give us a success. We got a 50-50 shot at this. Come on! 8 +1 is 9, and is a success. We're going to gain 5 glory and 1 political point. Nice. And that is now out of the game. The commander is going to be turned face down because we can't use him for anything else the rest of the round. But that's not bad. We've been looking for glory. Then this is removed from play. Removed from play. Good dice. Mwah. Good job. Alright, that is card 5. We go to card 6. Now we need to roll. If we roll 1, then we do not get It's a 10, so we're okay. So we get to draw another card. Card number 6 is Italian Republics that play immediately. If Army of Italy is the active campaign, or we are the first consul is in play, we must lose 1A and gain 5 glory. Then remove this card from play. Otherwise, discard this card with no effect. So again, discard. It'll come back to get us later. We go to card 7, which is a 1 or 2. It's a 10. We're okay. So we'll have card number 7. Card number 7 is Sick Leave. When revealed, place in the I Napoleon box. And then it's going to have a triggered effect. May remove from play to ignore 1 campaign or expedition per year. So there we go. That'll be good for us. We can ignore some campaigns that we don't want to get involved with. We go to 8. It's a 1, 2, or 3. We don't draw this card. That's an 8. We will draw card number 8. Irish Rebellion Campaign. Must place in campaign if empty, otherwise discard this card. Campaign effect. No commanders may support this campaign. And you get a -2 die roll modifier during the first combat round. Campaign results: victory, +5 G, and +2 political points. If defeat, you roll a die. On 1 or 3, Napoleon is captured and the game ends. Otherwise, no effect. So we could use our sick leave to just cancel this card. But I'm thinking we're going to take this because we still have this up our sleeve. Napoleon, Bonaparte leads, which will give us a +3 to our die roll modifier. So it'd be a +3. This would give us a -2. So we'd be a +1. It's risky. But here's the problem is 1 to 3 Napoleon is captured and the game ends, which would be bad. And then we also have 1 to 2 Napoleon is killed. So we got a couple bad things that can happen from this campaign. But it's worth 5 glory and 2 political points. This is a tough decision. This is a tough decision. We could have something very bad happen from this, but it could also be very good. We have a way to prevent it. Normally you can't prevent these. Once they come out, you're going to be doing them. But because of our sick leave, we could remove that from play to ignore 1 campaign. And we can discard it without effect. I don't think we want to use that on this, though. I think there's worse campaign cards in the deck, is my thought. We do have 2 commanders here. Oh, this says no commanders may support this campaign. Oh, yes, and we also have this maneuver card as well. You know what? We're going to try it. We're going to risk it. We're going to go risky. Let's go risky. Let's go. All right, so we're not done. We go to card number 9. 1 to 4. We don't draw the card now. 1 to 4. That is a 1. That's a good time to roll 1. Okay, so we're not drawing any more cards. We're going to go to campaign resolution. Let's go to campaign resolution. Campaign is going to be Irish Rebellion. We get a -2 die roll modifier during the first combat round. Okay, that's just the first combat round. That's good. Now we're going to play Maneuver sur la Derrière. Gives us a +1 die roll modifier in the first combat round. So we're back to 0. No, that's a -2. +1 is a -1. That is strategy and tactics, which goes right there. And yes, we're going to risk it. We're going to go with Bonaparte leads, gaining a +3 die roll modifier in 1 combat round per campaign when used. When used, you roll the die. When used, roll the die. So we're going to use this. We immediately roll the die. On a 1 or 2, Napoleon is killed and it's game over. So no 1 or 2, no 1 or 2, no 1 or 2. It's a 3. We're okay, Napoleon. Actually, that's really good. Napoleon gets wounded and we get 5 glory for that. So we are up to 12 glory now. Look at us go. So being wounded is glorious. All right. And we get a +3 die roll modifier. 1, 2, 3. So we're up to +2 on this die roll now. All right. And that's without a commander, which is pretty good. I'm going to slide this up because this is the chart we need to look at. All right. We do have Napoleon's luck, so we can re-roll this. Don't forget, though, we still have this... we got this roll yet, so I don't know if we want to use our reroll on this. Anyways, we need some victory here. We need 9 or more for victory. We get a +2 to our die roll. Come on down. We need a nice high one. We need a high one. 3 +2 is a 5. So that is a stalemate. That's a stalemate. So nothing happens, good or bad, but we go to the next round of combats. Now here's the thing. This card is you get a -2 during the first round of combat, so that goes away. Boom, boom. So we, but we also get... We don't hit this, and we don't get this. So actually everything, there's no modifiers. We're back to just straight up normal die roll, which could be bad. So we're in the second round of combats. When you roll a stalemate, you get a -1 die roll modifier on the next combat roll. So we're actually going to be in a -1. This could go very badly for us. Come on, let's go. We need a nice high result here. Come on! That is a 10, ladies and gentlemen. 10 -1 is 9. That is a victory. Oh, I cannot believe we got it. I cannot believe we got it. That is huge. 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 These go back to the strategy and tactics. We can flip this over because we are victorious. We get 5G. We're up to 17 and 2P. We're up to 12 political points. But now we need to roll a die. On a 1 to 3, Napoleon... 1 to 3, Napoleon is captured and the game ends. So we do not want to roll a 1, 2, or 3. Come on, anything but a 1, 2, or 3. That is a 5. Napoleon doesn't get captured. And the Irish Rebellion goes off without a hitch. And we are victorious. Otherwise, no effect. This will be discarded. We're up to 17 glory, my friends, and 12 political points. That is huge. And we use no commanders, so we don't have to roll for any commander death. Yeah, these are just be for here. We didn't assign anyone, so that is good. See, I told you I told you we were gonna do it, and we didn't even use our reroll. Look, we still have our reroll available. Diplomatic phase, we don't do that. Domestic phase, again, we don't do that because we're still in the sea, and we go to the cleanup phase. So, the question I now have is, how do we progress to the first console phase of the game? What do we need to do to get to the first console? Let's see what we need to do to become first console. Okay. Yada, yada, yada. Campaign resolutions. We just did that. Okay. Yada, yada, yada. So the diplomatic phase is all about treaties, signing treaties. Okie dokie, I'm just looking to see. Okay. Okay. Do. Oh, here it is. Becoming first consul. As a general, Napoleon may play Brumaire, which will enable him to conduct a coup and, if successful, become first consul. This involves a die roll with a greater chance of success against the director, but a greater chance of success against the directory than Robespierre. Certain placed cards influence the success of this attempt. The player should try and get as many Talleyrand, which we do have Talleyrand, Joseph Fosse. We do have a Joseph Fosse somewhere. That's this guy. Come here, you. Right? Joseph Fosse. Yeah, he gives us a +2 die roll modifier. Alright, if this card is face up. What else do we need to do? An Abbe Salez. and Napoleon's brother Lucien Bonaparte. In play is possible before attempting your coup. As a reminder, if the coup is successful and Napoleon becomes first consul, this doesn't take effect until the FCD cards are added during the add cards segment of the following year. For instance, this means Napoleon will still receive the administration income for being a great general because he hasn't yet become first consul during the resource income segment. Once you become first consul, Napoleon's goal is to become emperor. This requires him becoming the first consular for life, which is card number 77, and then during a subsequent year, pass the impeccable Pilbelesi card, which is 1 to 10. Both of these cards are placed on the I Napoleon box and blah, 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 blah. All right. So we know what our goal is. We know what we need to do. All right. Let's just clean up phase. I just want to make sure all trees are face up. Flip the Napoleon's luck marker if used. Reset the admin and diplomacy markers back to 0. Then we're going to gain 4A. Boom, from those two cards, Raicer and General Bonaparte. And, okay, this is going to move up to 1797, and we're killing it. We're absolutely killing it. All right, so now what we have to do, we're going to go through the deck really quickly here. There's a bunch of cards that get taken out if they haven't been played by 1796. These cards will come back into play. All right. We'll reset the card track. And we'll give it one more year and see how it goes. So far, Napoleon's been pretty successful. We're up to 17 glory points. Pretty nice. We're up to, what do we got? 12 political points. We have, we're gaining 4 administrative points every year. We've got a couple, oh, this leader gets turned face up now. The campaign modifiers. Discard without effect unless the Syrian campaign just results. Yes, so that card is going into discard pile, so it's going to get shuffled back in with everything else. Because sooner or later, that Syrian campaign is going to come out. So we took a chance with Napoleon leads. And we had a chance that Napoleon could have been killed. But fortunately for us, the dice gods were on our side and want us to become successful. They want us to be great. You can already see greatness happening right here in front of your eyes. All right, we're going to play through one more year for you guys here. And then I'm probably going to call it an episode because I don't want to spoil too much about all the cards and everything and let you guys experience it for yourself. I just want to show you basics of how to play, go over the mechanics, talk over a few of the things I'm not sure about, kind of give you an idea of what you should be looking for, what things you should be trying to do. And cut. There we go. All right, we are back. Boom. Card deck phase. We're going into card draw. Card number 1. Egyptian campaign. Here we go. This is bad. I don't know if this is bad. Waiting on a second. Must place the campaign. If empty, otherwise discard and immediately reveal a new card. We have a maximum of 3 commanders. We discard all campaign modifiers that are not marked Egypt or Syria. We get a +1 die roll modifier in all combat rounds. Victory results. We get victory +10 glory. If we get defeated, we get -10 glory and -1 political point. In either case, resolve segment 9.4 and then immediately place in play Syrian campaign, which is this card we've been set aside over here. Which could earn us some more victory or some more defeat. Maximum 2 commanders, which must come from these which must be used in the... So it's basically we're going to fight this. Try to resolve this, and when this resolves, then this automatically comes in, and we're going to immediately resolve another combat round. Another campaign. Using a maximum of 2 commanders that we used in this. A -2 die roll modifier in all combat rounds. And then we're going to, afterwards, progress the year marker 1 step and conduct a resource income segment. Then set the card draw marker to number 4 over there. And continue with the 4th new card draw of the year. Wow. Alright, we're doing it. Yes, we do have the chance to get rid of it, but let's do it. Why not? What can possibly go wrong? What can possibly go wrong? Alright, that is only card number 1. Maybe we'll get some more commanders. Maybe we'll get some nice modifiers. Let's see what we can get. Alright, Bonaparte's plans. This is a strategy and tactics. And we can lose an administrative point and gain a +1 die roll modifier in the first combat round. So basically we can buy a +1 die roll modifier. Alright. This goes there. This goes here. Wish we had some more A points. You can buy A points. You can buy administrative points for things. Maybe we should have done that before we went into this round. I think you can spend political points for administrative points in a 1-to-1. And then you can spend glory points. Political points may be exchanged for admin points on a 1-to-1 basis. Glory points can be exchanged for admin points on a 3-to-1 basis. Either resource conversion may yield up to a maximum combined total of 3 admin points per year. So, and... resource exchange for diplomatic points and political points may be done during other game phases only. See 10.1 and 11.0. 10.1 is the diplomatic phase and the domestic phase. Alright, that's only card number 2. Card number 3. Army of Italy is a campaign We don't count this card against us. We simply discard this card and we draw again. Because we already have a campaign. You can only have one campaign. If you have a campaign and you draw another campaign, you just disregard it and draw another card. It doesn't count against you. Commander Messina. Nice. -2 glory. We get +2 die roll modifier in any combat round. If it's 1796 to 1808. That seems really good. We'll take him. That does count against us. So now we're up to card 4. Escape. May place in I Napoleon box. May remove from play to ignore under arrest. You lose all your glory and P and discard all campaign and expedition cards for the rest of the year. We can ignore this card, I think, because we've already played under arrest. Is under arrest card 33? Yes, under arrest is out of the game. We may place it in I Napoleon. You may place it to ignore under arrest, lose all your glory and political points, and discard all campaign and expedition cards for the rest of the year. Because you're under arrest, you're in jail for the year. I am not going to add that over there, so we'll just discard it. Because it is a may. Anything that says may, you do not need to do. So that was card 4. We go to card 5. We get Nelson. Oh, we get -2G per year. While first consul and emperor. So this is going to Britain. Nelson has arrived. We get -2 glory every year. While first consul and emperor. And it will affect results of Trafalgar. So Britain has its own card now. That's not good. We go to card 6. Again, in a 1, we do not draw. We're okay. Looting. Campaign modifier. May place in campaign modifiers. Campaign effects. We get -1A, -1G, but we get 2P after campaign resolution. May place in campaigns. -1A and -1G to get 2P. No, I don't think we want this. Again, this is a may place in campaigns. If we wanted to get more political points, right now we're sitting at 12 political points. We got plenty. To lose an A and a G, a glory. I mean, maybe. Do we want? Sure. Let's just leave it in there. Why not? What can Okay, that's fine. We go to card 7 on a 1 or 2. 1 or 2, we do not draw. It's a 3, we do draw. Card number 7, enemy guns. Must place in campaign modifiers. We get a -1 die roll modifier in all combat rounds. This stinks. This stinks. All right, card 8, 1, 2, or 3. It's a 10. We will draw a card. Lucien Bonaparte. Bonaparte's family. When resolved, must place in Bonaparte's family, which is up there. When Brahmoyer is played, this is when we try to become first consul. We get +5P that may be converted into die roll modifiers, and additionally gain +1 die roll modifier on the Brunmir. So he's going to help us become first consul. Hopefully. We're going up to number 9. 1, 2, 3, or 4. We do not draw. It is a 3. We do not draw. We go to campaign resolution. This could get ugly. We shall see. All right, the campaign is Egyptian campaign. All right. You get a +1 die roll modifier in all combat rounds. We have a maximum of 3 commanders. And discard all campaign modifiers that are not marked. That are not marked Egypt and Syria. So, unless they're marked as Egypt and Syria, this one out. This is out. This is out. They're all out. So all of these get tossed, which is actually good. This is a -1 die roll modifier. So there we go. Out. Alright, so maximum 3 commanders. Discard all campaign modifiers that are not marked Egypt and Syria. And we get a +1 die roll modifier in all combat rounds. Alright, so we can only bring 3 guys. Who do we want to bring? Alright, we're going to bring him, which is going to cost us 2 glory to bring him. We're going to bring Marat, which is going to also cost us 2 glory. And we're going to bring in Lanez for 1 administrative point. All right. So, commanders, first round. Oh, and strategy and tactics. We're bringing both of these. We were going to bring in our maneuver, which gives us a +1 die roll modifier. And we're going to bring in Napoleon, which gives us a +3 die roll modifier. So we're maximum of +4. Actually, we're not going to use this then. We're not going to use that because we can get a +3 modifier. We can use Lanez, maneuver, and the Egyptian campaign and get a +3 die roll modifier in the first round. +3 die roll modifier in the first round. Here we go. Is there anything else that we need to do? No, no, no. There's the results. Here's the results. We just need to roll high and super high. That's a 1. That is super low. Now I do have our reroll. So 3 + 1 is a 4, which is going to be a bloody stalemate. I'm going to use our luck. Emperor's luck, or Napoleon's luck. We're going to re-roll it. We do not want a 1. We want at least a 3, maybe a 4, or a 5, even better. 5 + 3 is 8. 8 is a bloody victory. So, bloody victories, normally you would add a bloody result marker over here. And then when you go into the diplomatic phase, you're going to get a modifier because the results were bloody. But in the command phase of the game, you do not use these. So we can ignore that result, but it is a victory. All right, it is a victory. Victory is going to give us 10 glory. We're up to 23 glory. We're killing it. In either case, resolve segment 9-4. 9-4. What is 9-4? We got to resolve segment 9-4, which is we got to do the leader casualties. All right. So Lanes is here. So 1 or 2, he is sent out. Oh, good. He's out. Murat, 1 or 2. No, he's fine. And Messina. He is also out. Ah, this is bad. Because now we have to resolve the Syrian campaign card. I mean, resolve another campaign resolution phase. Maximum 2 commanders. And we get a -2 die roll modifier in all combat rounds. Okay. The only leader we have is Murat. He gives us a +2 die roll modifier in any one combat round after the first. Ooh. So we're going to get a -2 in the first round. We get a +1 because of this. So we're only at a -1 in the first combat round. All right, we need something big this time, boys. We need something big. Something huge. Something big time. That's a 4. -1 is a 3. That is a bloody stalemate. Again, we ignore the bloody part because we're in the... But a stalemate is a stalemate. So we move on to the second round of combat. All right, so for the second round of combat, we get a -2 from this. Boom. We get a +2 because of this guy. So we're back to 0. We cannot use this anymore because it's only for the first round of combat. But because we had a stalemate, we get a -1. So we're -1 again. We do see something big here. We do need something huge. That is a 9. That is a 9. That is huge. -1 is 8. That is going to be a bloody victory. Again, we can ignore the bloody part. If we hadn't ignored, let's say we were in first console, we would have 3 bloody cards here. And so we get a -3 to our die roll and a diplomatic part because a lot of people are pissed off because a lot of people are killed. People don't like getting people killed. So, but we got a victory. Look at that. This game is easy. This game is easy. Let's roll for his... Let's see if he gets wounded or killed. 1 or 2. No, he's fine. He can come back. Oh, actually, we could have brought him in to fight. No, we couldn't because it has to be leaders. Maximum 2 commanders from which came from those that fought in the Egyptian campaign. All right, so the Syrian campaign is successful. Victory 10 glory. Wow. We are up to 33 glory. I think we started this with 2 glory in this episode. We've been killing it. Oh, yeah. After progress the year marker 1 step. So the year marker, boom, goes to 1798. And conduct resource income segments, which is going to be 6.2. Let's just look at this really quickly. 6.2. All right. So we would get glory never resets, political points never reset. This is going to get reset to 4. Okay, so we conduct a resource income segment, then set the card draw marker to space 4, and continue with the 4th new card draw of the new year's cards. So basically, what this is simulating is we fought in Egypt in 1797, and we did part of that, and then in 1798 in the beginning, step 1, 2, 3, 4, we fought the Syrian campaign. So a lot of our time in 1798 was taken up by this campaign, so we only have a couple of cards that we can actually draw. This can go back here. This can go up here. This can go over there. Because it's a new year, we should get our Napoleon luck back, although it doesn't mention that in the cards. Unless in the conduct resource income segment. That's just resources, though. That wouldn't give us our marker back. Set the card draw marker to 4 and continue with the 4 card draw of the New Year's card action phase. Alright, so we basically fought the Egyptian campaign 1797 and it carried over, and we did the Syrian campaign 1798. Those cards are out of the game. And we're going to draw card number 4. I don't think we get this back. I don't know. Italian republics. When revealed, if Army of Italy is the active campaign, we lose an administrative point and get 5 glory. Then remove this card from play. Otherwise, discard it. Nothing. Card number 5. Anti-French revolts. Must immediately resolve an expedition with 1 independent commander only. We're going to take Marat. We roll a die, and 5 or less, it's a failure. Actually, we're going to take Desantix, which is going to cost us an administrative point. It gives us a +1 die roll modifier in any combat round. I don't know if that applies to this, so we're not going to apply it. That is a good question. Let me know in the comments section down below. Do you apply leaders modifiers to expeditions? I don't think so, but I'm not 100% sure. Anti-French revolt. Let's knock this French revolt out. 7. 6 or more is a success. We get -3 glory. But we get 2 political points. We're up to 14 political points. 30 glory. And it doesn't show to take this out, but I believe it goes out. After you do it, it makes sense it would go out. Card 6, we need a 1. Nope, we're going to draw a card. We can bring him back. Abel Sarez, must place in politics, which is there. When we get that Bryn Mawr, we're going to get a die roll modifier for having this guy. That seems good. Card number 7. Yes, we will get card number 7. Member of the Institute. When revealed, if you have 12 or more glory, you must plus 5 glory. And then remove this card from play. Okay. Card number 8. 1, 2, or 3. It's a 2, so that's it. We will go to the campaign resolution. There is no campaign. We do not do the diplomatic in the commander phase. We do not do the domestic in the commander phase. We go to cleanup. We get our glory, our luck back. We reset and reflip everything. This guy gives us, what does he give us? When we're first consul or emperor, we get minus 2G, but we get an extra political points. So there's no sense in rushing getting this guy into play. I don't think there is any rush. So we've got quite a few things going on in our setup here. We got lots of different cards in play. We got our, I don't know if it's brother, uncle, cousin, whoever the hell that is over there. We got some guys in the politics box. We got guys in the minister and police, chief of staff. We have the Talleyrand. We've got a bunch of modifiers over here. We got some leaners going on. We got some treaties going on. We got Nelson from Britain here that's going to be causing all kinds of problems going forward. Right now we're sitting at 35 glory. We're sitting at 14 political points. We got 3 administrative points. And we are going into 1799. And I think I'm going to go ahead and call it with that part. What do you guys think of this game? We've been playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going into year 7. We have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 more years to play through. So basically, we're about a third of the way through the game. Maybe a little bit less, maybe 25 to 35%. 25 to 35% of the game through. Obviously, we got a lot of cards we still haven't encountered yet with the Emperor deck and the First Consul deck and all the extra cards that come in. 1807, 1809, 1810, 1814, a bunch of different things. Whew, what do you guys think of this game so far? We've got about an hour, a little bit over an hour in this session. We got through 96, 97, and 98. So we got through 3 years in about an hour. It's a big one. It's a big game. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying it is a bigger game. It's going to take a while, especially if you do well and you don't end up getting Napoleon killed doing some bullshit. If you do well, this could be a longer game. It could be 4 to 5 hour game, to be honest. We're about 2 or 3 hours in, and we're only going into 1799. Now, I am playing slow, going very methodical, talking things, looking up rules, making sure we're doing everything right. So, obviously, you can get much quicker, much faster. You're going to be flipping cards. Oh, this goes there, boom, 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 boom. Get through the card phase in maybe 10 minutes, and then you're going into the campaign phase. Boom, you're figuring out your modifiers, rolling your dice, getting that result. Boom, boom, boom. So, I mean, obviously the game can move much, much faster than we're moving. I don't want to move that fast because I don't think just doing things haphazardly and fast like that is going to teach anyone or show anyone how the flow of the game goes. Was this my first video on Napoleon? This is my second. We did one yesterday, part 1. This is part 2. So good question though. So yeah, I think it's a great game. It's gonna be 3, 4, 5, 6 parts to record and play through to get from start to finish if you do well and get all the way to the end. Right now we're doing pretty decent. We got 14 political points. We got 35 glory. We got 4 administrative points we can spend every turn. We got several leaders. We got several good modifier cards. We took care of a few of those pesky campaigns. But we are still general. We're not even first consul yet. First consul is going to throw in a bunch more home problems that we got to deal with. Right now, it's just military we have to deal with. It's fighting battles and doing the fighting stuff. And risk of wars and risk of death fighting. That's all we have to worry about right now. Once we become first consul, then we have diplomatic issues. We have to start working on, political instability. We have to work on our relations with our other factions. So there's a lot more layered on once that happens. So just keep that all in mind. I'm just giving you guys an overview, thoughts, questions, suggestions, just giving you things. If you're looking at this game or you want to investigate it, want to play it, you want to try it out, absolutely do that. It's a great game. It's really fun. You're not going to find any solo games I'm playing as Napoleon. So if you like that theme, if you want to relive this, and I think this design could work great for many, many, many different people throughout history. So this could be, if it goes well, the first in a whole series. You could play through Hitler, you could play through Patton, you could play through Rommel, you could do all kinds of different Genghis Khan. I mean, there could be all kinds of leaders you could actually solo play through and live through all their events and live through the events that happened throughout history. That would be super cool. So I hope this game does great. I hope it does really well, and I fully support it. I'm not going to sit down and play the game from start to finish for you guys here because it's just going to take up more time than I can give it to you. But I wanted to show it off. I wanted to go over what it is, how the flow of the game plays, what you should do to separate the cards, how to set it up, and, give you a nice experience and give myself a nice experience in this game. I've been waiting for this game for a while, and I think it's really delivered well. Do I want to continue this game? Yes. The problem is I don't have the table space to keep this set up for a year. So what I'm going to do is probably start another game on Tabletop Simulator, or maybe even continue this one if I can copy this over. I'm going to go to Tabletop Simulator, and I'm going to now I'll probably start again. To be honest, I'll probably start again because it'd take me 2 hours to try and set up all the cards that are out of the game, figure out what cards are in his deck. It would take me forever to do that. But I don't have the table space to keep this set up for 2 weeks as I play through it. And I just, so because of that, it's got to go. I would love to continue it, but I'm probably going to continue it a new session on Tabletop Simulator. This way I can play it, save it, pick it up later, and not have to worry about table space. Your positive opinion of this game is getting me close to opening the box, which is on my shelf. William, open the goddamn box, William. What the hell is wrong with you? This is a great, great game. Holy cow. I literally got this game, and 4 hours later I was playing it. It is a really good game. Hopefully you watched the playthrough and you understand it's not, I will say this, the complexity on this, what's the rating on this? The complexity rating is a 3 out of 10, and that I would agree with that. That's what I was going to say. It's about a 3 or maybe 4 complexity. It's not very hard. The rule booklet is 24 pages, but most of this stuff is very easy to get through. Very, very easy to get through. It's not difficult at all. It is very easy game to get into. You definitely... The hardest part is getting your cards separated. And you just have to make sure you pull out your divider cards, and just when you're taking your cards out of the shrink wrap, right? When you're keep them stacked up, and that way it'll be easier to separate your cards. It's a great game, William. You need to get it going, buddy. It is a really good game. Again, you're not going to find anything like this. I have learned a lot, and I've appreciated just the basic Napoleon military. And if you want to throw in family, you want to throw in politics, you want to throw in conspiracies, you want to throw in being arrested and thrown in jail and executed, you throw all that on top of the military and the campaigns and all that, it's going to really, really start taking off. It's really going to start being a lot more. Again, if I had more space, or if I wanted to continue playing this and I had the table and I had a spare table and set this up and I could continue it, I would, but I don't have that. So it's probably just going to get set aside for now, and unfortunately, we're going to have to break it from there. Great game. Highly recommend you guys check it out. If you do own it at home, don't let this game sit on your shelf of shame. If you're a solo gamer, get it out. Watch my playthrough. Watch, there's maybe 1 or 2 other playthroughs on the internet. Watch 1 or 2 other playthroughs on the internet. You'll get the flow. There'll be a lot of questions you'll have about things. Just keep your rule book handy. And, we've checked a few things in the rules that I wasn't even sure about. And I was able to find out all the answers in the rules of play. And it looks a lot thicker than it is. It's really not that complex a game. You're basically going through, drawing cards, putting the cards in different locations until you're going to draw somewhere between 5 and 12 cards based upon that track. And then you're going to have a campaign. After the end of the campaign, you're going to the next year. Some cards will come into the deck, some cards will leave the deck, and you just do the same thing over and over again. It'll go very quickly for you. Let me know in the comments section down below if you've played it. If this video has inspired you to play it and you try it, let me know what your thoughts are. Did you enjoy it? How far did you get? Is this a short game? No, that's the problem that I'm running into. We've been going 3 hours and I'm only in 1799. So I've got until 1817. So I've got 17 more years to get through, and I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it because I've got other games. In fact, I've got a game. Another game that just came in with I, Napoleon, that I want to get to the table as well. Skies Above the Reich. I've been waiting on this one, a reprint of the Skies Above the Reich, which just came in. So I want to get this to the table. I can't get on the table when this is in the way. So I got to get this out of the way, put it away, and like I said, probably start another game of I, Napoleon on the old tabletop simulator. That way I can save it and it's not going to take up any space. D. Scott Howard, William Arnens, thank you so much for coming out. Everyone that came out, appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And we will see you all next time. Don't worry, more stuff coming on the channel soon. Until then, my friends, take care of yourselves. And we'll see you all down the line. Bye for now.